Alistair Overeem, #3 ranked heavyweight in the UFC. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
You are fighting Mark Hunt on Saturday at the T-Mobile Arena, a guy who you beat all the way back in 2008 by submission. Does it seem like a long time ago?
It actually does not, but then when you look at the numbers, 2008, it is 9 years ago.
Yeah.
So time goes by quick, I would say.
Yes. You have a full 6 inches on him. In your long career, do you prefer to fight shorter guys, taller guys, or guys that are your height?
Well, to me, it doesn't matter. I'm a champion. I feel like a champion. As a champion, you need to be able to fight anybody, and that's where the studying comes in. You got to study your opponent, study his body, his body type, his weight. All these factor into how you prepare for an opponent. And coming to Mark Hunt, he's very short, but he's heavy. He's very strong. He's, I would say, the strongest opponent I've ever faced. So that required a special type of training. We had to bring in some special sparring partners who have his body type. I'm happy to report that the training camp was awesome. I'm in a good shape, and I can't wait to fight Mark Hunt this Saturday.
One of your coaches, Greg Jackson, described this fight as tricky and dangerous. Do you agree with that?
I agree totally, because Mark Hunt is a very strong opponent, and he has very dangerous hands, and he can take a lot of blows too. He's tough. He doesn't want to give up. So it's going to be, every fight is a 50-50 toss-up on this level, but I feel confident. It's going to be a good fight.
Can you give me an example of how you will feel his size inside the cage? How does that affect what you do?
Well, he's got a great core strength, right? He's got one leg of his is like 2 of my legs, kind of, sort of. Okay, they're shorter, but yeah. What else? I got a very good guillotine choke, but lately people have been defending those. I'm not going to name any names, but we lost the title fight on the guillotine choke. So people are defending, they're catching up, and judging Mark Hunt's body type, I don't think the guillotine choke will work on him either, because he's like got no neck, right? No neck.
Yeah,
not even a small neck or a big neck, no neck.
Studying his anatomy. Well, I want to ask you about that last fight.
And looking at his record too, he never got choked out by any choke.
Isn't that what's beautiful about MMA though, is that it's constantly evolving and people are catching up, and what makes it so difficult too?
Yeah, I totally agree.
What did you learn from that last fight? I know you've been asked about it with Stipe Miocic.
Well, I almost had him. I almost got him in the guillotine choke, but I did not perform that choke correct. So that's something we obviously needed to fix. There were several other things. I don't want to go too much into detail because I might be giving away some game plan details. But there's been a list of things that I actually wanted to improve before that fight, and then that fight came up, lost that fight. Then of course you go back to that list and add some more things. So we're new version of Alistair now. We're also gained some weight. We're a little bit more strong. We're fit. We're ready to go this Saturday.
How do you foresee this fight going with Mark Hunt?
Well, it's going to be action-packed. I mean, of course, we won the first fight. He has been winning his rematches. He'll want to get back at me. It's going to be my terrific job of stopping him from doing that and beating him again. Again, I'm very motivated. I'm ready. Training camp was awesome. We took a little bit of our time to digest the loss. I think you should always do that because, when you win, everything is great, but when you lose, it's kind of a little, I'm not going to call it depressing, but everything kind of sucks. So you got to refine yourself and remotivate yourself, and we did just that, and I'm good, I'm ready, I'm fit, and I can't wait till Saturday to get it on with Mark.
How do you go about digesting a loss?
Well, you got to realize what happens, right? Okay, you lost a fight, why? Okay, you're looking at the tape, techniques, other things might come up. You need to have other things to do for a little bit, because you're not going to fight for a while, so you need to have other things. Of course, training always continues, but you got to focus on other highlights in your life. I have a very lovely daughter, Jazz. She just turned 1 last Monday.
Oh,
so that, of course, is a big highlight and a big motivation to keep going and to keep motivated. Yeah, some other pointers.
Now, your last fight in Las Vegas, I believe, was 2013, lost to Antonio Silva, and that was your first fight back following the suspension for the failed drug test here in Nevada. How important is it for you to create some new memories here this time out?
Well, I was actually very motivated to fight in Vegas. I deliberately wanted to stay a little bit away from Vegas. And I think I was at the new T-Mobile Arena at UFC 200, I believe it was. I love the arena. And usually when I like an arena, I had this once before in Japan, Saitama Super Arena. Then when I really like an arena and it's big and it's new and it's shiny, then it's like, yeah, I see myself competing here. I had a long run in that Saitama Super Arena. I fought there for, I believe it was at least 7 years, and I finished it out with winning the Dream Heavyweight Championship. So I had some great memories there, and I'm sure we're going to make some great memories in the T-Mobile Arena.
Cool. And speaking of making memories, you're doing a wonderful job of capturing memories within your own life with that web series documentary called The Reem. So season 4, what are you looking to accomplish with that?
Yes. The Reem is the online documentary series we've been doing. We're at season 4, just dropped episode number 2 yesterday. Anybody can go check it out at alistair.com and then go to docu. It's easy. And I can tell you, you watch an episode, you will watch them all, and then you're a fan. So you are warned.
And think about if fighters in the past had that ability with video, that they could record their lives and we would get to glimpse into them. Are there any past great fighters that you still try to emulate yourself after?
Well, actually, this is one of the reasons why we started doing the Reem. I first watched The Smashing Machine by Mark Kerr. And it was of the highs and lows of him, and Mark Cohn was in the series as well, and Bas Rutten. And that at the time it was Pride was the biggest promotion, and we were really swept away, right? Oh, what is this? What is going on? I was still a young kid at the time, but Mark Kerr had his ups and his downs, and eventually didn't win his championship. There was some drug abuse in there as well. And we really wanted to make a show that was showing all the good sides of the sport, because I was kind of like the young kid doing everything right, the diet, this and that. And of course, we've been videotaping for a long time, 13 years now, wow. 4 seasons. And my career has been long. It's like everything is in it, the ups, the downs, the suspension, the wins, the championships. Again, I'm not a huge fan of watching myself and hearing myself speak. I think we all suffer from that. But I have to say that my story is interesting. It's worldwide. It takes you to Japan, to Thailand, to Dubai, to Holland. So in that sense, it's definitely a story worth telling, and I'm very proud of the Reem series. There's no highs without the lows, right? That's very true. Last thing, GSP and Bisping, what do you think of that fight? Yeah, I just saw it on my Twitter. I'm very excited to see GSP back in the cage. He's fighting a weight class up, right, the middleweight. Right. He'll be fighting for the title straight away. So I'm actually very excited about it. Yeah, I can assume he's going to be doing great. He took some time off. His body's totally healed up. I can expect him to come in very strong. Do you believe in ring rust? I don't know. When I look at his fights, he always executed his game plan until the perfection. So I can assume he knows exactly what he's doing and what he wants to do. So you're picking him? Today, at least. I like Mike Bisping. He's going for it, but I don't know. I can't have an opinion. Alistair Overeem, thank you so much for coming in. Thanks for having me.